Hi, welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV, and this is the aftermath. Well, 0-0, a draw at home against Everton. I don't know, was it 2 points dropped or was it a decent point? I suppose I'm going to have to go with 2 points dropped in the context of how things have been going. It's so tight at the top for that fourth place between us and Chelsea and Everton that really it was 2 points dropped. However, probably a decent point as well, because we didn't lose the game and it continues our unbeaten run, and it's good to keep that going, and the fact that we still haven't been beaten for quite a while. So overall, disappointing that we didn't get the 3 points, but I suppose we may look back at that at the end of the season and say that it was a very, very important point also. Very gritty performance by the team, hard working. We really had to battle. I mean, Everton came and they were so physical. I mean, Fellaini, at times, I thought he was in the WWE. He was just roughing up Jack Wilshere. He's roughing up players left, right and centre. And the referee just allowed Everton to get away with it. I mean, one of their players should have been sent off. He got the yellow card eventually for the first one. And then the second one was, it was a blatant body check right in front of the referee. And what did the referee do? He bottled it. It was a second yellow, off you go, but he bottled it. The cameras are there. He didn't want to be slagged off by David Moyes, so he bottled it, and they kept their 11 men on the pitch, and that could have made all the difference in a game like that. However, Arsenal, started off a bit shaky, but grew into the game, as I said, battled really well. I thought Mertesacker and Koscielny at the back was superb. That combination is working so well at the moment. And they were superb. I thought Sanya did very well. Gibbs as well. Their crossing, both of them, was terrible, but their defensive work was very good. Everybody battled. Aaron Ramsey, another excellent performance by him. Everybody really put in a shift here, so they really battled. And if you look at it, our goalkeeper, Szczesny, he didn't really have nothing to do. He didn't really have no meaningful saves to make or anything. He wasn't really under much pressure. We put them under a lot of pressure in the second half, lots of corners. We really tried to attack them. And when those chances came and they fell to Olivier Giroud, he didn't dispatch them. 3 glorious chances in the game. One in the first half that he should definitely have buried. And another one in the second half where he turned, put himself in a great position. And then again, he lacked that composure and just blasted it over the bar. I mean, listen, Olivier Giroud, I rate him as a player. It's his first season in the Premier League. I think he's doing a really good job for Arsenal, especially playing as that lone man up front. But he still lacks that world-class finishing that Arsenal need. I think Olivier Giroud going forward in the future will be a very important player for Arsenal. But whether he'll be the starting striker that we need, I don't think so. I still think we need a world-class striker and Olivier Giroud. And we can bring Giroud off the bench, or there'll be certain games that Giroud will start the more physical games. But I don't think he is that finished world-class striker. I mean, against Chelsea, remember, he had that glorious chance at the start of the game. He missed it. He's missed a few very important chances. And he did it again last night. I mean, it was a very tight game. The sort of game where it just takes 1 minute of brilliance or one world-class bit of skill to change it. And unfortunately, Olivier Giroud didn't deliver. But overall, we're going to have to take the point. One thing I've got to say is we've been having this debate a lot, actually, on Aftermath and with fans. A lot of people have been telling me about David Moyes. Now, David Moyes is a good manager, but I'm telling you, I wouldn't want to see him at Arsenal. That's my personal opinion. I've been watching his teams over the years. He's so defensive. I mean, again, last night, Everton basically came and just defended. And hopefully they could get a breakaway and score. But it was just a defensive display. It was no difference to how I saw Norwich play at the weekend, apart from Everton have got better players in Morales and Fellaini. Baines, but basically they just defended, and a team that basically that was a more must-win game for them than it was for us. I mean, yeah, they may be 2 points behind us or a point behind us or whatever it is at the moment, but they've played 2 more games. If they've got ambitions of getting into the top 4, surely they should have just went for a game like that. And David Moyes, throughout the years, I've just seen him as a defensive manager. That's why, if you look at the statistics, he's never beaten Man United away. He's never beaten Chelsea away. He's never beaten Arsenal away. Because his teams just come to defend. And I personally don't want to see an Arsenal team that just, that's all we do. Our whole ethos is just strictly defence. That's one of the reasons I like Arsene Wenger, because he sets up his teams to win games. All right, sometimes we concede too much, but I like attacking football. Listen, too much of me talking now. Let me get into the tweets, see what you were saying about the game. Mark E. Newin, he said it was a spirited, gritty performance, but lacking that bit of class up top. Same thing I was saying. Giroud is very rash in front of goal, and he said that's from the nervous Gooner. Charlie said first half was even. I'd agree with that, but second half we dominated, definitely. Giroud and Cazorla should have scored. Thought Ramsey was the man of the match. Every game now is a must-win. Hats off again to Aaron Ramsey. Really good performance last night. Battling performance. David Waite said, we played well, but we didn't take our chances, which made us draw the game. He said, I don't think Everton came to win neither. And I agree with that. They didn't. They just came to hold out, basically. Ramesses Placinia says, not clinical. Giroud needs to put those away, those chances away. He says it shows that we lack a quality striker. I hope Podolski starts against Fulham. I'll tell you what, that's a good shout. Podolski, when he came on, looked sharp. I just think that Podolski is the much better finisher in front of goal than Olivier Giroud. Jack Knight said, we had a good all-round performance, but we needed to be more clinical in front of goal. It's a common theme coming from all of you at the moment. Gooner World 76 AFC said, it becomes annoying with so much at stake, how we always start matches so sluggish and then want to wake up for the last 15 minutes. Very good point, that. Very good point. Wait for it says, once again, our first half was poor, stronger second half, but we didn't take our chances. We need a new striker in the summer. His man of the match was Koscielny. He was brilliant, Koscielny, last night. Arsenal at heart says, so frustrating. Giroud can't perform in the big games. Chesney done what was asked, and Ramsey was excellent once again. I think we may be being a bit too harsh on Giroud. He has scored some goals in big games. Remember Tottenham, games like that, he has scored. So that's maybe a bit too harsh. But last night, definitely, he was guilty. Nishji says, I don't understand why Wenger doesn't play Poldi, which is obviously Podolski, as our striker. He's a much better finisher than Giroud. I think so as well. He is a better finisher than Giroud. But I could see why Giroud had started that game yesterday. Remember, it was a really physical battle in there. And you got guys like Fellaini, you got all them lumps that play for Everton. I think you needed Giroud's presence in that game last night as well. Not just attacking-wise, but also defensively as well, from corners, etc. And Zamario says, Wenger made a mistake of playing an off-form Wilshere for an on-form Rosicky. Giroud needed to be subbed for another striker. So, common theme there. Tight game. We didn't play badly. We played all right. It was a good performance, but unfortunately just lacked that killer instinct, that world-class finishing in front of goal that would have got off the results. But hey, it's a point. It's not the end of the world. We go to Fulham at the weekend. Every game's a must-win game now, but now that becomes even more important. It's not going to be easy. We haven't had a good record at Fulham in the past couple of seasons. But hey, if we're going to get into that 4th place, going to Fulham, we've got a chance to, we got to go to them places and win. We've been to West Brom and won. We've been to Sunderland and won. We've been to many hard away places and won. So why can't we go to Fulham and get a result as well? Don't forget to leave your comments. Let us know what you thought about the game last night. Give us your rundown of your player ratings. Who you thought was the man of the match. Who you thought, was your best player. Let us know all of those in the comments below. We read every single one, and it's always really interesting to hear from you. Comment on whether you think David Moyes would be a good manager for Arsenal. I personally don't. You may think different. Leave your comments. I would love to hear from you. I'll try and engage with you on it as well. Don't forget to subscribe to us as well. Loving the way so many people are subscribing to this channel. Keep doing it. We're really encouraged by it. So subscribe to us if you want to get all of our videos. We had so many good videos last night. Interviewed Gooners from Sweden. We interviewed Gooners from Denmark, as well as all our local people. It was really good. And just on that note, we're looking for, I don't know if you've seen some of our videos, like we've had Cam doing videos from LA. Those have been so fascinating, seeing the LA Gooners, how they watch our games and how they're so passionate. We're looking for correspondents all over the world. If you're a fan and you're watching India, film you and your guys and your friends watching a match in India and get comments off of them and send it to us. And if it's good enough, we'll post it up. If you're in Africa, if you're in Australia, if you're in Canada, if you're in Indonesia, in China, anywhere you are, Denmark, anywhere you are, film it, send it in to us. We'll leave the information below. Send that in to us, and the best ones we'll put up, because it is so fascinating to all Gooners to watch Gooners across the world watching Arsenal. I mean, I know for instance, like the LA Gooners have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes to watch a Saturday game. Now, how passionate is that? Waking up at 4 in the morning, supporting their team. I mean, listen, they're just as passionate as the fans that go to the Emirates every week. So my hat's off to them, and I'd love to get more of those videos and showcase that to everybody, to every Arsenal fan that watches this station. And also, we're doing a little feature. After seeing one of those LA Gooners with his tattoos, we're doing a feature on tattoos. We want you to send us in your best Gooner tattoo. So if you've got an Arsenal tattoo, take a picture of it and send it in to us. The information's below. We're going to give away a t-shirt, a Super Jack Wilshere t-shirt, to the best tattoo, all right? The best tattoo or the craziest tattoo, we're going to give away a Jack Wilshere t-shirt to that. So take a picture of the tattoo, or if it's your mate's tattoo or your girlfriend's tattoo. It's got to be an Arsenal one. Send it in to us. Best one. We'll showcase that. We'll showcase all of them, as a matter of fact, but the best one, we'll really big it up and we'll give away a Jack Wilshere t-shirt. Thank you for watching the Aftermath today. We're going to be back at the weekend. Hopefully, well, not hopefully, we're going to beat Fulham and it's all going to be good again. Don't worry. I think last night, decent point.